And I was like, wow, how am I going to awaken if I can't meditate? Like if I can't even do the practice, which is a preliminary practice, how am I going to know my true nature? And it primed me to pursue the direct path, which bypasses your inabilities, your faults, your issue. You just go straight to perception. And that's what I started to do.
Beautiful.
So my name is Joe. I would say I'm a teacher of the direct path. And this is the awakening through the perception in each moment. And it's tied to a Dzogchen lineage, but I also am very much excited by Advaita Vedanta, which I call the inward path. And both of these together, they arrive at the same place. And I share that with whoever would like to listen.
Wow.
It's as simple as that. Yeah.
So Joe, what is your experience up to now, your life? Can you tell something about you?
I feel very connected with you. I feel like our paths have crossed somewhere along our own evolutionary journeys.
Oh, wow.
And for me, I always say that there's three types of people that are interested in this knowing their true nature. It's those that have suffered, those that have achieved everything and suffered, and there's a small group that have just a natural curiosity about their own wisdom. And I'm fortunate in that I had both. I had incredible suffering and I achieved a lot. I was a trader for Goldman Sachs for 10 years and it was a living hell. So I'm hating every moment. Meanwhile, everyone's saying, look how lucky you are. Wow. And in the end, what happened, and this is why I love it that you have Osho here. I used to work at my trading desk and I was struggling with relationships. So I searched for a book and I found a book called Love, Freedom and Aloneness. And this is 2001, something like that, right? And I started reading it. I'm like, this is amazing. Who is this Osho author? And I go to the internet and he's got 800 books. I'm like, how can anybody write 800 books? Because I didn't know what a discourse was. And then I started reading more Osho while I'm on the trading desk. Wow. So I had this button that you have all of the markets. So when I'm reading Osho or stuff like that, if my boss comes by, I press the button and the markets appear. And in the end, I left. I had to leave that environment and I went to Pune. That was my calling, was to go to where Osho had been and his teachings. And I just dived in and I loved it. Multi-university. And I can tell more about my story later, but I think that you have a connection with Osho Multiversity as well.
Yes, I was there from, same time, like 2001.
That's what I think. I probably walked past you.
2001 to 2017, 18, I was in Osho Resort. Not all time, but 4 months a year I go and just doing work and his mystic rose, all work, whatever he said to do.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Wow.
I feel, that's what I feel, there's this really interesting connection that we were both there at the same time.
Yeah.
And I did Mystic Rose and Who Is In,
and
the Fresh Beginnings, the 25-day retreat. But that brings me on to a little anecdote here where I did the 25 days of intense Osho practice, which we know is a lot. It's all about expression, cathartic, meditation. We lived on site, but in our own campus together. And it ended with a 3-day Vipassana. So you're supposed to have shaken out and processed all of your disturbance, and now you can sit. And I went to the Vipassana in the Osho Rose area, and I couldn't sit still. I'd never meditated or closed my eyes. And I started doing this. And it was like there was so much trauma still that when I closed my eyes, I couldn't do it. And they came over and they politely suggested I don't do this part. And I left and I was like, wow, how am I going to awaken if I can't meditate? Like if I can't even do the practice, which is a preliminary practice, how am I going to know my true nature? And it primed me to pursue the direct path, which bypasses
Bypass.
your inabilities,
Yes.
your faults, your issue. You just go straight to perception. And that's what I started to do.
Beautiful. Because these knots and healing is, according to me, is never ending. Even you are clean, then cleaning this, oh wow, I clean, it is a problem. And if you drop, oh, I drop this cleaning of having cleaning, this ego I drop. So one ego. So it's like this direct path is amazing.
Yeah.
So how I love to talk to you. I came to your home and you are Kirtan and you are helping us. I said, wow, it's so beautiful energy that somebody is helping so beautiful way. That's I like. Then I sit at your hall and the television is going on and I saw there is just quotes are going on of awakening. I said, this idiot box can be used also. I was thinking television is only idiot box. But I said, wow, there is a person who can use this idiot box in a nice way also. And I was enjoying, wow, television is used nice way, first time in my life.
Amazing. That was one of my highlights of this whole meeting with Ananta Sangha, because I made that video like 2016 and I've put it in different places and nobody watches it. And for the first time I went down and you're the first person who's sitting there watching it. And I was like, thank you for bringing a friend who actually wants to watch this video. And yeah, it was just a beautiful, beautiful moment for me that your wisdom just was like, okay, I can see, like truth sees truth very profoundly. Wow. To other people, it might just seem like some words that might not apply, but that video is literally 5 minutes of a description of your true nature through all stages of life. Wow. And all what you are that you can't see. And then when you was watching it and you was like, I was like, yeah, because obviously you completely see that, you know, you emanate that. So that's why it's good to watch.